We are on the second floor of the chateau, and we've already done one clean out of this before the work on the restoration of the roof commenced, but...
As we were warned, the impact here on the second floor has been pretty catastrophic, and so we've really got our work cut out to give it a clean. There's lots of rubble in some of the rooms, and then there's also just all the plaster and other things that have collapsed down during all that restoration work.
I think we have a big day ahead of us, but I doubt we'll get through every room today, because this floor has 1, 2, 3, 4...
Yeah, there's over 25 rooms here.
25 rooms.
Yeah, and we should say we're not about to start restoring these rooms either.
We're a long way off that.
We've got bigger fish to fry in other parts of the chateau.
Just before I started opening the windows and opening the shutters and letting air and light back in, and because this floor sits in the roof, all the shutters and the windows were restored as part of the work to restore the roof. And it's so nice because we don't have that on any other floors, where you can just open the windows and open the shutters and they're all beautifully restored.
You don't have those shaking window panes on their last leg when they're about to fall out.
Where shall we start?
I think we should start at this end.
Okay.
Love this room.
Yeah.
Because it's got this, you can see the different layers of wallpaper. So this is early 19th century or mid 19th century, this paper. And then this one here is really the beginning of the 20th century. And we know that because if you look just up there, the backing paper that they used for the second wallpaper is actually newspaper.
Yeah.
And that newspaper dates from about 1911.
The important thing to note up here on the second floor of Purnon is, unlike other chateaux, the second floor was not used to house domestic staff. This floor is actually a very similar layout to the first floor. We get these really large rooms. The decorative elements with the wallpaper, the fireplaces are all hints that this floor was not used for domestic staff.
So who would have stayed here?
We think that this is most likely rooms that were used for guests that came to join the family for the hunt. This was a huge hunting property, the large forest out the front. They were very active in hunting, and so I imagine that these were guests' rooms.
All right, let's get to
Let's
it.
do it. One room done. It has completely changed colour. These original 18th century termettes are actually coated in a varnish that used cow's blood as the colour. There's nothing morbid about it. It was the 18th century. That's what was available to give the tint to the varnish. But have a look at this. This is the water from mopping this room. It's blood red. Okay, so I think we work on the 4 corner rooms first because they're our biggest rooms and they're like pretty messy. So we've done one.
Should we have a look at this one?
Yeah, we'll choose either one of these ones.
Why don't we try and tackle this one?
Okay.
This one's not too bad.
This one had a lot of work done in it.
I really love this room because I don't think it was ever actually decorated. I don't think it's ever had wallpaper. It's just always had these
lime washed
walls, and it had this terrible leak here, which our carpenters have been able to get in and really redo all those rotted beams. And they've even done the floor as well in the attic above. So that's how bad the damage had been up there. So
this is just a sweep vacuum mop.
Yeah, this is easy.
Let's do it.
All right, no worries.
What is this? I feel like that's part of the rotten beam.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at that.
It was in pretty bad condition by the time they took it out.
You know, it's
and
had
this
like
is,
heaps of borer through it.
And this one here is actually part of...
Oh, that's part of the roof.
And you can see it's got the original forged iron nails in it.
That's true. Okay, next room. This is actually my favourite room up here on the second floor. Yeah, I love it. I love it because it's got this incredibly delicate original wallpaper, which is really beautiful. It's got the northern and the eastern aspect, so it's got lots of light.
Yeah, that is nice.
And I also love that it's the exact same floor plan as the room underneath, and it's got the apartment of 3 rooms. It's got the dressing room, the main bedroom, and then the maid's room. This maid's room is exactly the same as the one directly underneath us that we've just made into a bathroom. It's got the really cute little window that gives some natural light. Oh, and the other thing is this here, the curtain rail still in place, so you could close off the bed niche. Yeah,
you get a real sense of how the room would have been. What I love about it is we can still see some of the decorative finishes.
Yeah.
And they may not be original, they're not end of the 18th century, but they're end of the 19th century when the room would have last been decorated. We can see these little decorative elements here that would have held the fire tools, even the little highly ornate, quite decorated handle here on the front of the fireplace.
Yeah.
But also we found these, the curtain tiebacks. They're not incredibly decorative, but they tell us exactly how this room would have been decorated. We've got the curtain rails still in place, and it's even got the little pulleys still in place that would have operated the curtains. And so really it's a fantastic room because we get a really good sense of exactly how it would have looked at the end of the 19th century.
Yeah, it's quite beautiful, isn't it? But it's time to clean it. But don't vacuum the floor in here.
Okay, I won't ask why not, but let's get to it.
I have a plan.
Okay. Yeah, they've got these little boxes under the windows. This one's got old bits of newspaper in it.
I mean, I wonder what they were for. Oh, this one's got a date on it. 1951.
1951, oh, how cute
What's
is that?
that?
It looks like someone's name.
We've probably got their little jar for that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, little stopper. How cute.
It is time to unleash my secret weapon. Hello, Roomba. Complete game changer. So this guy won't live up here on the second floor because we don't have any permanent electricity or Wi-Fi. But he can stay up here for the moment and help us out today, and it will mean that Tim and I can keep churning through other rooms. Right now he's going to map this space and then he'll get to work. all of the corner rooms.
Yeah, the last one.
Are we losing our enthusiasm for cleaning the second floor?
No, it's going well. It's going well. It's dusty and dirty work, but we'll fold these somewhat creepy kids' beds, cots up. There's some stuff here that can go down to the outbuildings to be stored.
Yeah.
And then we'll just get the last of this electrical. There's no cabling left in it, but the battens and satins is still there.
Okay.
And then we can just give everything a good clean.
Let's do it. Well, we didn't get through all of the rooms here on the second floor, but we got through the principal rooms and some of the extra rooms, and then you've been working on some rooms as well. So we've made a lot of progress, that's for sure. But it's a real joy for us to have been able to finally get up here and clean these rooms, because this floor, when we first arrived, was full of discarded furniture, and the first thing that we needed to do was remove all that so that the works could commence on the roof. This floor was going to be enormously disrupted by those works, and so the first thing that we did up here was to remove all those items, and we haven't been able to clean up here since because it's been massively impacted by those works. There's been tarps on the floor, and as you saw, lots of fallen debris, dust, plaster, stonework, just a real mess.
It's wonderful to get to the point where we've been able to give it a really deep clean.
Now also this week, we really avoid commenting on global events. We know that a lot of people join us to escape things that are happening in the world, but this week's a bit different for us.
Yeah, we had the very sad news from our home state of Victoria in Australia. 2 police officers lost their lives in the line of duty, and it's something that we feel very closely here. In my former life, I was the Minister for Police in Victoria, and I know what a close-knit family, not just the Victoria Police are, but really law enforcement communities everywhere, and they really feel these kind of losses very deeply, and so we extend our condolences to the police members who are affected, but also to the families of those members who've lost their lives. And we feel it also particularly closely because it happened in the tiny Victorian community of Paulpunka, and it's where our very close friends Janelle and her partner James are from, and they have the Feathertop Winery. They were at our wedding, they've been to the Château before, they have supported our events in Melbourne in lots of different ways. We know that the Feathertop Winery was the base for the Victoria Police search, which is still underway. And so we extend our condolences also to the Paulpunka community. It's a beautiful part of Victoria, and we know they'll be feeling this very, very deeply. So condolences to everyone.
Yeah, our hearts are with you guys. In other news, we are now starting to work towards our open weekend, which is when we open to the public for the Journées du Patrimoine, which is the 20th and the 21st of September this year. And we've already received lots of wonderful messages from you guys for people who are coming to visit us for that weekend. And so if you do need some more information, please jump over to our website. Everything is there, but just briefly, it is free to enter. You do not need to make any reservations. There is a wine bar, there are tours in English and French, there is a barbecue lunch. Bread is going to be cooked from our 18th century boulangerie, and there will be displays from our artisans as well. So the 20th and 21st of September, and we cannot wait to welcome you here. Otherwise, there's lots of new faces here, and so welcome. We're getting lots of questions. So I'm going to put a link in the description below for our Q&A, which is the best place to start to get to know us and to become familiar with the project. Otherwise, as always, if you would like to follow the restoration of Château de Purnon more closely, we post frequent updates on Instagram. We post an exclusive weekly video for our YouTube and Patreon members. Otherwise, just hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and we'll keep you updated here.